this episode we sail from Cyprus to Turkey, but not without complications and a very difficult decision to make. Follow along as we hope and prepare to sail around the world on our Lagoon 420 sailing catamaran Roxy. In our last episode, you saw our move from Qatar to Cyprus and our first days on the boat, receiving our 39 pieces of cargo from Qatar. After arriving, we spent 2 weeks in Cyprus and then departed for Turkey, but not until we picked up some of the last parts for the solar frame, cooled down in the marina fountains and loaded up on diesel at €1.99 a litre. Great! Then it was time to leave and we departed at 3 AM in the morning, so we would have calm conditions, which would otherwise be a direct headwind during the day. Here we are. Alright then, on our way. Bye bye Ayia Napa.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're leaving early to sea.
Exactly, right? Should be nice and glassy for now.
Yeah.
Keep the girls sleeping.
Let them sleep. We'll take care of it.
Yeah. Amazing. Nice one. Happy days. That's crazy. Amazing. On our way out. Tiny bit of swell is there, but that's it. Joey's just getting the fenders in. And hopefully the girls are still sleeping. I doubt it with the noise, but anyway, we'll hear all about that later. Alright, so for now we're just heading out away from the shore. Journey has started. Bye bye Ayia Napa. Crossing the Bay of Larnaca. Sunrise. Doing just fine. Doing 7 knots, which is really nice. You can see. That's beautiful. We're heading for Akrotiri Point, southern tip here. Limassol basically, and then we can turn slightly more to the right, and we have Joey going for a quick nap. See how we go. We're enjoying the view and the seas. It's beautiful. Jolina and Lily not doing so great. Lily was throwing up earlier, seems to have a high temperature. Hopefully we'll be okay there. And Joshua already threw up. Then she slept here for a bit. Then you went to the front. Out there, we sat there, we felt a lot better, right? And here it's better as well with the airflow. So, let's see. Yep. And now, passing along Cape PT. Still doing fine. sea is nice and calm. It's a bit up and down. You feel like a bouncing rabbit, right? Yeah. But it's nice, it's going smooth. We see a few small fishing boats passing by. Yeah, and that's it. So this first part we were expecting to be motoring and hoping to have very calm conditions, super light wind, no swell, hoping for glassy seas, but it's not exactly that, but still it's really good, so we don't get too sick. And then once we turn around the corner after Paphos, make a right turn heading north more, then we should get the beam wind from the left port side. And then it should start like real sailing weather, as in getting the sails out. That's what we hope for. And we might stop just after Paphos and then continue onwards. Not sure yet. Here I am thinking of Lily, who had developed quite a bit of fever in the hours preceding our departure. We decided to go for it anyway, but of course we were keeping a very close eye on her. See how everyone feels. Decision point comes by the end of the day, around sunset. Now we just had sunrise. Okay, so we set off from Ayia Napa here. Current position is right there. And it's around the corner, Cape Akrotiri, and then bear off more to the right towards Paphos. Winds coming from the southwest. Later on, for now there's hardly any wind. We left nice and early, so we don't have too much headwinds, because when it is there, it's almost directly ahead. This doesn't help at all. So we try to cover as much distance while it's calm, and then later on we plan to bear off to the right, and then it's Alanya. The wind should still be southwest, should be downwind sailing after that. With the sails up, of course right now, no sails at all. As we finally passed Paphos, we were able to turn starboard and get the Genoa out to help us along for some time. And then we enjoyed our first sunset on the water on board Roxy. It was amazing, but it also meant we had to tuck into a tiny anchorage in the dark, which was not the most relaxing experience. We'll leave the rest of that to your imagination. It was too dark to film anyway, and we were really busy getting everything right. Anyway, the next morning we woke up to some beautiful new surroundings. Of course, we still had Joey with us, the previous owner, who had taken a swim to check the boat and anchor. And he borrowed Josh's towel to dry off and took this selfie. Thanks for the picture, Joey. That morning we took a little bit of time to get organized and have breakfast, because the day before, during our first full day sail ever, none of us felt like eating much at all. We left this anchorage around 10 AM. That's it for Cyprus. Bye. Film you a little progress update. We left around 10 in the morning from the anchorage. We had to take it a bit slow, have a bit of sleep and feel better, because arriving last night, no one felt very good. Anyway, back en route again. Left at 10, 3.5 hours on the way, almost 4 now. And here we are. Right in the middle, between Cyprus and Turkey. We have what? 57 miles to go. And engine's going full blast. Well, as much as we want to push them. 2,200 RPM. Doing up to 8 knots. 7.5 right now. There you go. And all around us, well, was one ship in the distance. And that's it, nothing else. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's just the engine's doing my head in. That's not cool at all. So yeah, gotta learn to sail properly and learn to go with enough wind, right? It's just the thing, we're on a schedule now, we need to get this trip done. And then we can start going our own pace, which will be super nice. So look forward to that. And this has to be done. It is gorgeous, middle of the sea, enjoying that part of it.
Speciaal voor Rome Hans. Komt een hele grote tanker precies op ons af.
During our crossing we saw a few oil tankers along the way, including this one that would have been crossing extremely close by. But obviously we altered our course to go behind it, so there was no problem at all.
You're doing 11 knots, 12 knots. Same course speed, same everything.
In the afternoon of the second day, Lily started feeling much better, which was a big relief for all of us. And while we are having our awesome dinner, land is inside. Land inside, let's see. And then you're gonna say, I see nothing. Yeah, you might not see it, but we can see it for sure. We see the mountains. Yeah, impossible on the screen. That's where we are. And so the sun set on us again and we arrived at Alanya around 10 p.m. in the evening. Coming into Alanya. Looks impressive. Getting ready to anchor soon. Party boats all around us. Alanya Marina, Alanya Marina, Alanya Marina. This is sailing yacht Roxy. Anchored out in front of the Alanya castle, we enjoyed a good night's sleep before we then moved into the actual marina during daylight the following morning. So, coming around the corner. So, nice. Lots of boats there, lots of masts. Look at that. Die we even induwen? Mooi hè? Even zelf filmen?
Ja.
Ja, kijk eens. Hey, hallo. Oh yeah, yeah. Nice. And then, when the checking formalities were completed, it was time to raise the Turkish flag. And say our goodbyes and huge thanks to Joey, who got us here safely in his free time. There you go.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much for the trip. It's been
No,
a great
no.
trip.
Thank you very much.
Very
Cannot,
good.
cannot say enough. It's been amazing.
This is
Yeah.
an amazing place and a great start for your adventures.
It was a big adventure already, but hopefully many more. Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
Well, wind in your
Well,
sails and
yes.
calm seas.
Definitely. Yes.
That's all we want.
You too. Safe travel home.
All the
And-
best to all your family.
Thank you, and for
Yeah.
yours as well. Good luck with the house.
I will.
And
Stop
keep in touch,
working
right?
one day.
Take care.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
See
All
you.
Bye.
Thanks
Ciao,
for
Joey.
everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Free man. And that's it. Joey is off. Left us here with the ship. He got us over safely. Yeah, definitely that's reason to celebrate, right? Because we made it here. It's just us now. Ready for a huge adventure. And it felt like we already had a big adventure getting over here. Yeah, we dealt with a few different things. Amazing. But let's see. Now we're just definitely gonna chill for a few days because it was mad rush to get all this organized. And then after those days and 12 hours of sleep for a few days, then we'll start thinking about maybe giving it a clean. Look at some things, tackle some projects, get those solar panels up, and then we'll start exploring. Nice. Look at this. Got the full sail out yesterday and this came out of it. Had been reefed down for a while. Because of course Joey had been working, so he couldn't use the boat, and we were still working, we couldn't use the boat yet. Finally we got round to it, and that was the surprise. No issue. Just to clean. Alright, I'm off to bed. And there we are, safely anchored in the Alanya Marina. We can't wait to get our upgrades done, especially the solar panels and the water maker, and to start exploring Turkey. Join us again next time to follow along our little Dutch sailing family.